Hi, this is Coach Cutlow again. What I didn't tell you on the first video was that I also created Activate Your Energetic Mind because I have been through, as a child, a lot of trauma with my stepfather and studying abroad and being displaced for a while in a foreign country and all the other things I went through. However, I had wonderful people that reminded me who I am. And I was always putting out a lot of love because I wanted people to have love, And even though I had love from certain family members and from my mom. However, my stepfather, although we have a great relationship now and I have forgiven him, it was not like that all the time. So I'm just letting you know, when you change and you become another person, all your situations change, your life changes. And, I've been through things. However, I chose to go forward. We all have to make decisions in life. And one of the decisions is we must go forward, because if not, we're trapped into whatever we've been through as a child or as a young adult or in a bad marriage or whatever the circumstances is. I'm not going to name all the horrible circumstances. We know that there's life hiccups and circumstances, but we either choose to, progress or regress. And so, therefore, I wanted to make sure I shared that with you before I got started with this video, that I have been writing and coaching from experience of going through these things and deciding that I value, I'm valuable, my life merits good, and I choose to go forth. And we all have to make a decision. But again, remember, whatever we're putting out, we're receiving back to us. So we want to receive good back. So, with that being said, let me get right down to it. I wanted to share with you one of the techniques that I do. Um, and it's like having a jar. I have a mason jar, and I write little notes of things that I adore or things I'm thankful for. And I make sure to say I'm thankful, because I try not to use grateful so much, because sometimes when you say you're grateful, it means, instead of appreciating, that you feel you don't deserve it. So I've been retraining myself to say I appreciate and I'm thankful, because I do deserve it, just like you deserve it. We all deserve it. We all deserve good. And we want good. However, there's people around us that actually know how to, think and feel to a certain way that they activate their energetic mind to get what they want. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. And one thing I want you to work on, starting today, is work on what you say. Are you talking about your spending money, or your circulating money, or you using money? Because remember, spend means, the definition, it never returns. And using money or circulating money means it's going back to the origin of where you put it out. So if you put it out, it's coming back to you, because circulating, it's going in a circle, right? So that's one way we can change our verbiage. Remember, when you say no, what the universe says. And so when you have to give somebody an answer, just say, let me think about it for a while, or, let me get back to you. But have an answer that's not definitive like that. If you're not saying yes, yes, because when you say yes to everything. So, I used to do this yes meditation for years, for 40 minutes a day. I started in 2018, and that's amazing. You could do it for 20 minutes or 40 minutes, but when you sit there and you say yes until it like vibrates, and you keep doing that, all these possibilities open up for you. And that's so important, because again, it's activate your energetic mind, because we're energy, right? So everything's energy. Our words, what we say, what we hear, what we feel, what we touch, all our senses, okay? That goes beyond our five senses. It is all moving and vibrating at certain levels, certain speeds, certain velocities. So we want stuff coming back to us that we want. So watch your vocabulary. Work on looking up in a Webster dictionary. Look up in a Webster dictionary. Excuse me. I had the TV on pause. So when it Webster dictionary, not online, but get you a paperback dictionary, look through it. It changes the energy when you look stuff up in books opposed to just reading it online. I love the convenience of everything being online. However, it takes away the human connection and the energy that you get from the books and that it goes into you. So it's important for you to get a paperback dictionary and look up words and write instead of typing. Write like Napoleon Hill said, write on white paper with blue ink and something magical happens. And it's true. So do those things. And when you're journaling, I want you to journal what you're excited about, what you accomplished. 3 things today that you did that you felt so excited about and proud of yourself to do. 3 compliments you gave somebody today. Because remember, when you compliment other people, you're complimenting yourself. Everything comes back to you. Just like Rami said, live your life as if everything was rigged in your favor. So I want you to think about that. Everything is rigged in favor because we're responsible for what we're vibrating at every second of the day. If you're blissfully happy, then that means you're putting out good energy. If you're in a mood, like you don't want to be bothered or whatever, that means low vibration and you're putting out negativity. And what happens is that negativity, you're going to run into somebody in the store, they're going to shove you, you're going to get in a, confrontation, just all these little things or stuff, so keep your heart full of love. And these things have taken years for me to understand. So I'm not saying this like it's so easy. However, if you get up in the morning and you intentionally say, this day is full with love, possibility, opportunities, I'm going to meet all these wonderful, energetic, high vibrational people that are, full with success, opportunity, and I am going to put out the same measure that I receive from them. And I am expecting good. I'm expecting great sums of money. I am expecting things to activate. I'm expecting doors to open because I am valuable. And when you just come up with your own way of affirming what you want, watch what happens when you go into different shops and stuff and you thank people for their kindness and thank it and all these things, and you're around all that. I mean, people are like doing things for you and you're getting all these wonderful invitations and opportunities, and it's just a wealth of things that just open up just from you just sitting there, just being thankful, just being appreciative. When you're in traffic and it's in LA, it's not easy, in California I should say, but just say, you know what, I bless everyone on this freeway, this highway. I don't know what they're going through, but we're all going to get there when we get to our destinations when we need it. Taking the time to be empathetic and not jump to conclusions, because remember, when we jump to conclusions, is what we're speaking, spewing out, is coming back to us as a boomerang. So we understand that energy goes in a loop. We want that energy that we want to receive being aimed at us at all times. So when you get up in the morning, when you wake up, before you jump out of bed, decree, speak your day, what kind of day you want. Before you go to sleep, when you're falling off to sleep, say what the kind of day you want the next day and just go to sleep. Before I go to sleep, I deliberately watch comedy so I can laugh. My husband makes fun of me or whatever, but I'll put on some old TV show that's a comedy or whatever, and I will laugh so hard, and then I'll just doze off to sleep. But I try to stay away from things that are very serious before you go to sleep, because you know they play all night in your subconscious, like with the television on. It's really not good to sleep with that, or your mobile phones or your gadgets next to you. Ours is in another room, and I have blockers on them, because that stuff just plays in your head all night long. And you might wake up feeling unrested, or in a really intense mood. All of these frequencies going in us 24/7, it alter us as humans. And so the foods we eat that has chemicals and is designed a certain way, everything, the clothes we wear, unless we're wearing God's materials, cotton, linen, silks and wools, everything is all of these different energies in it. So be careful. So be focused. So stay focused. So again, decree what you want to think. Remember to focus on only what you want to focus on. Stay away from talking to people about what you're working on achieving. If they ask you, I'm working on something, I'm so excited, I can't tell you right now, but I'm working on it. I'll get back to you when I get further along. Remember, be vague about that and be positive. Remember, infuse yourself with love every day. When I cook, I'm always like, infusing it with love. Everything we do, we have to infuse it in love, because love really helps us achieve what we want. But most of all, you got to love yourself. So again, play this video over if you need to hear everything I said, because I'm unscripted. I mean, I have notes and all that. However, sometimes I just speak from my spirit, and I feel those are things I need to touch bases on. If you have any comments, or you like me to talk about something, just let me know and reel me back in and narrow what you want. But the most important part is, I started off about telling you what I've been through. We all been through something. I always say no one's gonna get out this life without going through some life hiccups or some traumas or something, whatever. The thing is, we gotta focus on how we respond and not react. So responding positively and saying, okay, I've been through this, but this too shall pass. I'm gonna get through. Like the Bible says, this too shall pass. I'm gonna get through it. Just focus on, you're gonna get through it. You're gonna pass it, and say it's done. And when you say it's done and you just pivot, and you choose, do you like just feeling like all in despair and feeling bad, or do you like feeling great and excited and happy and joyful and looking forward in life to what you're manifesting and what your goals and desires and purpose is? Because that energizes you. You feel great when you feel that way. And the other way, it just zaps all the goodness out of you, and it's depressing. And then it's like, okay, then the television commercials and the internet commercials telling you need Prozac and you need this and that. You need to be on this drug and you need to do that. You don't need any of those drugs. You don't need to journal 50 times. You do not need all of these things, 10 years of therapy. You need to get really clear on what you want, forgive, and release. Say, I release this out of my heart and forgive. I I have I deal with this with my, like I said, with my coaching. Determine that you're going to forgive. Ask for it to be cleansed out of your heart. Just say, God, I forgive myself. I forgive anybody that's done anything to me. I just want this. Name it what it is. I want this feeling cleared out of my soul, my spirit, my body, and my mind. And I want to be focused, and and I go free to do what I'm meant to do on this earth, with joy and passion and love and abundance in all areas of my life. And just name it, decree it, speak it with so much intensity that you start shaking, or you startle yourself. However, decide what you want and let it go. And then go forward from this day forth. Don't look back on that. When somebody tries to talk to you about the past, it's like, oh yeah, I'm healed from that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Keep going. And the more you do it, your vibration keeps going up and up and up, up, up. And the more you talk about it, your vibration goes down, 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 down. So you want your vibration to be so full that it suppresses all of that, and then it just actually dissipates and goes away into nothingness. So everything is created out of nothingness. So you want it to go back to nothingness and not affect you anymore. So it's so important to just go forward, because your life in front of you is so much more fabulous than the one behind you. I don't care if the one behind you was great. You got some exciting things to bring forth, because when you're in a place of, you know, that you're supposed to be manifesting, you know you're supposed to be living in your gifts, you're excited about your new business, you're excited about your new opportunity, you're excited about your new job, you're excited about your new career, you're excited about your new mate, your new children, your new home, whatever you're doing, traveling around the world, whatever, relocation, whatever. When you feel excitement, good things happen because you feel good. And everything happens when you feel good. That's why when people are going through something, they go play golf or they go do something that they enjoy to do. Because when you shift your mind, the good solutions come to you and you go, oh, that's what I'll do. I didn't even think of it. Because when you're relaxed and you're happy and you're feeling good and enjoying life, good opportunities and creativity and all these things come to you. But when you're like, I gotta have an answer, gotta answer, nothing comes to you. It just gets worse and worse and worse, because we're just intense and we're not relaxed and we're not open to receive it. And we're not on the right frequency, honestly. When you're on the right frequency, you just tune in. Like Esther Hicks say, you have to be tuned in, tapped on. So you got to be tuned in. And you can only tune in when you're feeling joyous and relaxed and optimistic and excited and joyous and, and feeling like something good is happening. I'm worthy of something good. I merit something good. I was created to do something great. I'm a specialty item. I am meant to do great things in this world. I'm meant to have my own business, or whatever you're doing. I'm meant to write that bestseller. I am meant to achieve X, Y, and Z. When you feel that way, oh, hold on, because all the doors are gonna have open, and you meet people. You go to the grocery store, meet some people. I was like going to pick up lunch today, and I met this really nice guy, and he was like, "You're just so I could just feel your energy. What do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, And and then he's like, "No, specifically, what do you do?" And I was like, "Well, I'm a spiritual life coach." He goes, oh, "I should have known it." He said, "When you walked in, I just felt your energy and everything." And this young man is starting a new business. I wish him success. And he was talking to me. His name is my favorite color. And we just hit it off. And I was like, "Oh, I'll refer you some business." And he's like, "Oh my God, this is a great opportunity." See, people need to smile, because I complimented him on giving me such a wonderful smile. He had just such a wonderful smile. And I think we need to do that for us to get, as humans in this world, to get along with each other. And we don't know what each other are going through. And sometimes that smile just makes you feel like, hey, whatever I'm going through, that smile is encouraging to me. And we all, dwell on the same, planet. So why not be kind to each other and help each other? So it was just a wonderful experience. But when you are feeling good again, I was out doing all these tasks for my husband, and I was like, one at a time. I was just taking my time. I was not in any urgency about it. And those days that I can just take my time, I enjoy it. It's like, oh yeah, I don't have to be like driving out crazy and going, oh my God, okay. Frantic. I could just, but and just drive and just walk and just go do the tasks and smile and radiate good feelings everywhere I go. And you feel so much better when you do that. Because when you're the opposite, what happens is, oh my God, this happened, that happened, blah, blah, blah. It's a traffic jam, it's this, it's that, it's a collision. You're like, it just makes you later and later and later. So it's so much better when we just go, let me just calm down, let me leave a little earlier so I can just take my time. Again, when we're in that mindset, the universe is opening up all these great things for us, because everything's being matched. What we do, like energy matches like energy. So when you're like, I'm just having a wonderful, terrific, exceptional day, and what happens? You meet all these people. They're like, everywhere I go, all these people are buying me coffee, buying me lunch. This is happening. Like, everything is happening because that's what you're putting out. And when you're like, and you meet people, it's like, oh, you let the door fall on me. Oh, you took my fruit. You took my parking space. All these little things that really don't matter, trivial. That's what you encounter. So if you can take anything away from this video, is that just pay attention to what you feel, what you say, and your vocabulary in particular. Just go through what, listen to what you say, and try to replace those words, substitute them with words that are high vibrating, and you will see that just those little tweaks, just tweaking little small things, will increase your life in such a tremendous way. I mean, it's just, I can't even explain to you how it's going to change. And also remember, when people text you or you're talking to somebody in person, verbally, you're not under some great urgency to respond like that. I know we live in a time that everything speed, 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 but take your time and decide what word you're going to use. And then when you do that, you will choose a word that's going to raise your energy instead of drop your energy. So think of those things, and if you don't already know what you want, think about what you want, and with all the intensity, think about it, feel it before you go to bed, during the day, in the morning, the first 15 minutes you wake up, just let it be plain in your thought and feel it as if it is just already a part of you. And when you do that over and over again, you're drawing it closer and closer and closer. And then one day you're going to look up and it's going to materialize. That's how it is. It's just sometimes people get a little impatient because it might take longer than you expect. We don't know how long it's going to take, but we know consistency is the thing. So just be consistent and just believe that you deserve it, and you'll see what happens. Everything that happens from us. And with that, I will leave you and wish you a marvelous, wonderful, fantastic, super exceptional day. This is Coach Cutlow from Loveology Transformations. You can follow me on Instagram. If you like this video, if it had some substance, share it with somebody else that needs it, or you can replay it, or you can like and subscribe, whatever you want to do. I just thank you for watching it. I appreciate your time because I know everyone's time is very valuable and you're very occupied. So thank you so much, and I look forward to making more videos for you, and I love you, and I want you to have the most wonderful day, month, year, and life that you can't even possibly imagine. I want it to be so incredibly wonderful that it's more than you ever expected. And on that note, I'll see you in the next video.